All right, thanks everyone for coming. If you've not signed in, please sign in up at the sign-in sheet there sometime before you leave. This is progress meeting number 2 for the Donovan Smith Mobile Home Park Sewer and Water Extension Project. It is not March 1st, certainly. It's April 5th. (2023). It's 10 a.m. The contract amount for the project is $4,446,000 or $4,446,446, 630 calendar day contract time, $1,500 per calendar day liquidated damages. The notice to proceed was given February 16th, 2023. The contract completion date is November 7th, 2024. Total days used are 48 with 582 remaining. That comes out to 7.5% of the time used. No billable work has been completed, so the percent complete will be at 0%. Schedule. Contractor to submit a progress schedule and bar chart form and shall provide updates to the schedule at each monthly progress meeting. So Teal Construction is given the following schedule there below, and once Teal has a sewer crew become available, they will be able to give a more complete schedule once a few more pieces fall into place of how the whole job is going to go for them. But throughout the next month, this is the schedule we have. You may have seen that the survey and stakeout of the water main on Donovan's Road has occurred. That happened, I believe, last week. The weeks of April 3rd and April 10th, water materials for Donovan's Road will be delivered to the laydown yard and permanent signs will be set up on Donovan's Road. The weeks of April 17th and April 24th, the water main crew will be mobilized and will begin installing water main on Donovan's Road. Once the crew is on site, it is anticipated that the water installation on Donovan's Road will take 2 to 3 weeks. And then the weeks of May 1st and May 8th, the sewer manholes and sewer pipe will be delivered. So the work completed since the previous meeting, the materials, many of the materials anyway, have been ordered and the stakeout has been completed. And then, as you can see from above, the work to be completed in the next month, material delivery and lay down yard setup, and then begin water main installation. SRF funding items. The first wage rate interviews will take place approximately 2 weeks after the start of on-the-ground construction. Dean Culver with GMB will perform the wage rate interviews. And then once construction begins, weekly certified payroll reports shall be submitted to GMB. The funding project sign, GMB provided several locations for the project sign to DNREC and DHSS. The agencies chose a spot next to Teller Wise due to the visibility of the location, and the agencies have approved the project sign. Johnny, have you ordered that yet?
Ordered and was done as of yesterday.
Okay, so the project sign has been ordered and it is complete, but it is not yet installed. DelDOT items. The DelDOT pre-construction meeting was held on March 15th at the project site. Traffic control. Contractor shall be responsible for traffic control during the course of the project and shall coordinate with the owner, engineer, and regulating authority as required. All traffic control flaggers are to be certified. Access. Vehicular access must be provided at all times to all residences and pedestrians who are not within the hard closure work area. Access for emergency vehicles and special needs residents must be maintained at all times. Contractor is to coordinate with delivery trucks for businesses located in the work area. Maintenance of traffic. Proposed maintenance of traffic consists of lane closures with flaggers on Donovan's Road. Compaction testing is to be performed where directed by GMB, and then DelDOT requires 1 test per lift per 100 feet of trench. Utility trench restoration. DelDOT and Teal Construction have agreed to a modified policy concerning the temporary trench restoration. The temporary trench restoration may remain in place on Donovan's Road until the contractor is ready to install the specified permanent trench repair. If DelDOT deems that the temporary trench repair is deficient anytime after the first 4 days, then they reserve the right to require the contractor to stop work and install the specified permanent trench repair. The contractor shall contact Miss Utility and the Lewes BPW 48 hours in advance of any known excavations. Notification of residents, GMB will coordinate with Teal Construction and notify residents a minimum of 1 week in advance of any work being performed on their homes. Communication with residents, media, etc. The contractor is to direct all complaints, questions, etc. to the GMB RPR, Dwayne Hoffman. Residents are encouraged to bring any issues up to the GMB RPR immediately. I'm going to stop right there. Dwayne will be on vacation. You know, it's a long project, a couple times throughout the project. So when he is on vacation, we'll kind of let everyone know who the alternate contact is, and then someone else will be out on the site that's not Dwayne. We'll do our best to make that the same alternate person each time, but I can't guarantee you that will happen. But when that occurs, we'll give you more information on that, and it should go seamlessly. Dewatering, permit is required for any construction dewatering. There's no separate pay item for construction dewatering. I've got no permit applications have been submitted. Johnny and I discussed prior to this meeting, though, that they have submitted their dewatering application and they've gone back and forth a couple times, but they do not have the permit yet.
Not yet. I will follow with that one.
Okay. And then GMB and Teal have discussed a couple different discharge locations for the dewatering. Request for information. All RFIs are to be submitted in writing to GMB. Attention to me. Safety is the sole responsibility of the contractor. The contractor shall abide by all local, federal, and state safety regulations, including OSHA. The contractor shall be solely responsible for initiating, formulating, supervising, reviewing, and overseeing all safety precautions, practices, procedures, and programs that are or should be provided in connection with the work. Contractor will take all necessary or proper precautions for the safety of and will provide the necessary protection to prevent damage, injury, or loss to the work, property, and or persons. The contractor shall comply within the prices bid and without extra cost to the owner with all safety regulations or determinations issued by an agency of the federal government, including OSHA and the state of Delaware. Submittals, GMB has reviewed all received submittals. 3 hard copies of the approved submittals shall be delivered to GMB prior to the start of construction. Johnny, you can get those to Dwayne or to me, however you want to do that. Teal Construction is to provide AIS certification for all materials that are required to comply with AIS requirements. We talked about that, Johnny and I, at the previous progress meeting. And typically you don't get the actual certifications until materials come. So we'll get that, and then GMB is required to certify all materials at the end of the project. GMB will notify Teal Construction of any submittals that are outstanding. Known outstanding submittals include the following: the Storm Tech units and the DelDOT materials. And Johnny and I from Teal talked about that he needs to still submit the DelDOT source supply to DelDOT prior to their work out on Donovan's Road. Survey stakeout, contractor is responsible for survey and layout / stakeout. Cut sheets are to be provided at least 24 hours in advance of installation. Job site conditions, resident complaints, etc. None to date. I know Dwayne's been in contact with several residents concerning, I guess, specifics about their properties and how the services are going to be installed. And I encourage everyone to continue that communication. It'll help the project go better. Inspector hours used, total 0. Construction, on-site construction has not started yet. That'll start going up here the next couple of weeks. Same with weather delays. Trench backfill, the contractor is required to maximize the reuse of excavated material as much as possible. An area has been provided for stockpiling material excavated from the trenching so that it can be utilized as backfill. GMB will assess the suitability of the excavated material for use as backfill. Status of contingency items, no contingency items have been used. Contractor shall be responsible for maintaining one set of red line record documents, which are to be reviewed for consistency at each progress meeting and submitted to the engineer at the project completion. Record drawings are to be provided by a professionally registered engineer or licensed surveyor. I need to follow the requirements given at the pre-construction meeting and in the specs. Change orders, no additional work shall be performed without authorization from the owner. Any requests for the time extensions must include adequate documentation. And then we'll get to question and comments. And I want to remind everyone that we do kind of want to keep these project specific, non-project specific questions about utilities can be sent to the Board of Public Works office, and concerning city items can be brought up to the city offices and will be attended to.
Well,
yeah.
While we do bring that up, so I know most of you in the park have gotten to develop a relationship with Jonathan. Jonathan is now an assistant building official, and Chelsea, if you could stand. Chelsea Moore is our code enforcement officer. That doesn't mean you won't be seeing, it doesn't mean you won't be seeing Jonathan, but it does mean that you'll be seeing Chelsea, and you know, she'll be out there to, you know, help keep things going on the code enforcement side.
Thanks, Anne Marie. So let's go around, Charlie.
Nothing, just
Rob.
glad to see this, some work
Yep.
gonna get done.
Keith.
Was there any approval on the sign location that was needed by the owner, or I thought I had.
We discussed, Dwayne met with the property owner and discussed the location of the sign. Yep.
So they're okay with it?
Yes.
Good,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
That's all I had.
Going around. Any questions? John? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Johnny? Chelsea?
Yeah.
Kate? Dwayne? Anything from the residents? Yeah. Can you come on up to the podium here?
Philip J. Young from Donovan Smith. My question is under section 1(2), where is this lay down yard? It doesn't specify where.
Yeah, so it's marked out on the plans, but if you enter at Central and go all the way back to the circle back there, I forget what the circle is called,
Yeah, I know.
Fairview, it's all the way at the back.
It's along the tree line.
Along the tree line, yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else? Anything online? Anne Marie, anything else? Oh, can you come up, please? Thank you.
Talked to Dwayne today, and it's like the lines are gonna go right through my yard, and there's like 20 trees.
Mhm.
Who's responsible for cutting them down, or because it's gonna be a problem having water coming?
These are your service lines for your home, correct? Not, okay. We've covered this a little bit, but the exact locations might change. I know Dwayne told me this morning, he thinks the water line will be good, but we might have to work with the sewer line. We did the best we could with all our survey and everything to put them where we thought they'd be able to go in. I'll probably meet out there as we get closer to actually putting those in with the contractor. And
So I was just wondering if the trees have to be cut down. Because there's a lot of trees, and I'm just saying, that's not gonna work with
we're gonna,
big lines.
yeah, we're gonna try to avoid that if we have as much as possible. But if we have to, we'll have to.
That would be,
Who's responsible for like cutting the tree?
That'll be part of the project.
Okay.
If it has to be done, that'll be part of the project.
In my carport, they said they might have to take that out, or
We'll,
they said they were like, I thought they could go under it or whatever.
they might need to move it temporarily. But we're gonna work around everything the best we can. If we have to get into removing or moving, we'll certainly contact you and talk through everything more. And once we have the contractor out there, we'll be able to have a little better idea of how they're gonna install everything. And
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
just curious.
yeah, that's great. Thank you.
What's your address, ma'am?
34285.
Thank you.
Thank you. And once again, I encourage you all to keep coming. I appreciate the participation from the residents. Alston?
How firm are you on that schedule on Donovan's Road, John?
Fairly firm. The crew that's coming here is finishing up on 2 other projects. And
So what I want to do is I want to send something to the entire corridor, just so that they're aware, like we did on the Savannah Road Sewer Extension. So is it safe to be around that general time frame, give or take?
I think you're safer, we'll be laying water main sometime near April 24th.
Okay,
Yeah, or after,
on or around,
yeah,
okay.
at this point.
Hello, my name is Troy Hahn, with Donovan Smith Park. The old septic tanks and so on that are there, what are your, well, how's that gonna be handled? Are they gonna be pumped and filled with sand, with concrete sealed? How's that gonna be?
Yep,
handled?
they'll be abandoned per DNREC specifications. So pretty much we said pumped, filled with sand. I believe the bottom broken out, and the top crushed in.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know, is there a drain field also with that?
Some of them have drain fields, some are just holding tanks. Drain fields per DNREC specifications are left in place. Yep.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's everything. Our next meeting will be May 3rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. right here. And once again, that's going to be the first Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. right here, unless something comes up, and we'll arrange for that if that does happen. All right, thank you, everyone.